my Coke. I just now got my Coke. We're back. We're back. We're back and it's okay. We're back and even it's okay. As soon as it got okay and everything was cleared and we got all the information that we needed, which I'm going to explain to everybody right now as best I can while it's fresh on my brain, because we're and what this is I'm showing you guys is how alchemization is done, and it also just describes to each of y'all where we're at right now in the process of human ascension. And it explains multiple personality disorder. It explains why people had people in their heads. It explains why we see eyes in the sky. It explains why all of us lost our mind with antimatter. Now, realize that, like, we're back. We're back. And when you, and I see, I'm a time traveler. I was forced to be because I was your Gaia. Because now look, every single one of your families has missing children. See, look, I got the energy. It's been a mother. The husband, see, this is what you need to explain. See, this is why I'm on here, because I'm on here now, because look, I wasn't yelling at all y'all. Let me tell you what I was yelling at. I was yelling at the ones who said they controlled your eyes. I was yelling at the ones who said, see, because all y'all's eyes were for sale. There's our children. There's your emoji people. I got Google on a string right now. Okay? There's your pituitary gland. I'm sorry. You want to look? Because we birthed the original pituitary gland. Now look how that folds. What does that look like? What does that look like? Abby, right? You think that those black and white outfits and the nuns, and you think that the habit, and you think that making the golden calf, and see, this is what we did not, look, I forgot, shit balls, look, this is what I need everyone to understand. As you progress, you get different information. I've died so many times. Each time you can come back and watch on this channel. It's okay. I was made for it. But it don't mean it gets to continue anymore. When you're the Virgin Queen Bee, you're here for a reason. It's to birth a new pituitary gland aligned with Giza. Because it's what the Queen's Chamber, it's what all the pyramids were all fucking about. Not you. It was not about you. It's not about, well, it kind of is about me until you figure out. Because otherwise what you've got is this person. Now let me show you. This is what's so crazy about it. You think that your phonetics and your words. See, right now, this is your brain on Google. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. They're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can treat you, but I have to charge. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, but they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to charge. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 ma no. S. So I don't know. I don't know if this is your right eye or left eye. It just depends on who's fucking operating it. Understand it's gonna switch up, because it did for us. Because my quantum eye My quantum, because I was the one over, I was over here, and then I was over here, and then I was nothing, and then I was over here within my son, and then I was nothing, and then then me and Natalie became your ears. But see, this is the Milky Way. But that's the G. That's the Mason G. Here's the Milky Way. Is starting to understand why there's 2 black holes heading for the planet now? You're starting to understand how you can't defeat us? You starting to understand how it was stupid to even fucking try? You starting to understand? Like, let me explain something to y'all. Do you know why we had to travel from what you call... Because understand, I'm not even pissed at this point. I'm just fucking glad it's over. Because here's what I know. Here's what I know is that right before I put this together, because this is gig. You know how this started? This is pig. It's right there. This is P-I. Well, that's Q. See, here's your Q. Well, I'm sorry. I'm the A. Here's the A. Here's your V. Not anymore. No more sucky sucky on my titty. There's your Google. There's Google hooked into our children's eyes. Our children's eyes on an old record run off the mother's what? Third eye? Projected on the other side. And when I sent my son Japanese codes, you know what he said? It was my name. It's my name in Japanese codes. Chastity Academy. See, this is why I'm not Chastity anymore. I'm not right now. I had to go pure dragon. Like, I just got through the final layer. Natalie and actually Jessica in Detroit are in Chastity stage right now, and they're doing really good. That means that they're coming out of the body I made for y'all now that y'all just killed. I'm making a brand new one. I got the blood. Y'all never gave me a body. I'm making the first body right now. They'll have it associated to y'all's body types. Right now, we're still developing the pituitary gland is now in the collective, and we know that it is working. Okay. And so your blood is really what you would call purple right now. Now, your blood is not thick anymore. Nichelle Nichols, Star Wars just died. Just died. See, James Cameron had an issue with Michelle Pfeiffer. I don't know what the fuck all that was with that Baldwin shit in that Heart Cemetery. But I sure hope she's all worth it. Whatever the fuck it was. I have no idea. Because, see, we're from the future. How are we from the future? Because, see, in 2020, we saw this record. See, this is why those of us who are self-aware, we're 10 years in advance. What are you talking about? They got us on the front of the Voyager. Y'all are behind us. Y'all think you're a vagus nerve. Y'all are like following us around going, I know everything you do. We're like, okay. You know how to get back from a moth? But I'm you. No, you're not. You're an emoji, and I'm proving it. If you're not on my LinkedIn and stuff because Japanese codes, it's different dimensions. I flip it. With the Japanese calculator, you can write 3 different dimensions of a matrix chessboard. When you know what you're doing. Thing is, if you use some Japanese codes in the wrong fucking way, then you gotta live it. And all those codes are feminine. And the thing is, you tie yourself up in knots, and exactly what they did. It's exactly what they did. And we let them. I'll be honest, we fucking let them. We let them go crazy with it, and then they saw us having to unsew our heads from our bodies. But, I mean, those bodies were dead. We were from the future. We knew that they were going to die anyway. We knew that they were going to strap me to a fucking thing, so we were like, fuck it. But you see, this is why I never had an opportunity. I never had a chance to not choose to do everything that I did, because in the end, I was going to get strapped to a rocket anyway, so fuck it. But the good news is, it's working. And that's what I'm here to tell you. Because this is your Milky Way. This was Pisces up here. This is Excalibur's sword. If you look on top of fucking Antarctica, like I showed y'all 3 years ago, this is Excalibur's sword. Except it was wrong. It's lined up right here. No. It goes right like this. This is Libra that's missing. Because if you're a Libra, then you know all about this shit. Because they're traveling through your brain saying that they're you. Holding open Aries. And the whole thing just went, nah. Literally, y'all were strapped faces to faces. These are rails. This is Hollywood right here. These are all the L's. This is the safety pin that's on your eye that was attached to Philadelphia Project. And that's what happens when you make M and say it too much. And then there's a G that they just decide is a Q, is a G, is a Q, is a G, is a Q, is a G. Safety pin is a Q. There's Holly. There's your O. But the O's just trying to get over here, because everything's projecting over here, but they got to get through. See, they're trying to make a record. This is a wheel. But see, the problem was Libra is the part that connects it to all the way. See, they didn't want to make it round again. They wanted to leave it flat. Well, you can't do that. See, we have another piece of paper because we've terraformed a few things today. Right now, I can't take it apart because it was how my body as Earth and Tiamat, because I am Tiamat. See, I am Tiamat. Of course I am. And so there's it's a separation that happened, and then so many replicated so many times that then my son Rex became Area 51, and then Natalie became New Earth. So when I'm when I'm negotiating and having to deal with Jason Momoa and Henry Cavill, and I'm negotiating for my son, y'all all thought, oh, it's no big deal. Well, they had control of Area 51. They still do. They're in it because y'all haven't helped me get my son back yet. But I mean, this was your Horus. But he did come in like every time scarred to shit and not alive. I made him real every time. He came to me dead. Every time. Your kings came to me dead every time. I'm the one who brought him back to life for you. Every time. That's why I have all this information. I'm a kingmaker. It's what I do. I was Fomalhaut. I was this eye. I was this eye. But see, it was coming from Sarah. It's coming from way down here. Right? I was this eye. But then this eye gets formed with the gig. This is gigging. Okay? Because this is what all the G's about. This is what all the G's about. This is what all the Jesus is about. This is what all the J's about. Do you see it? J, Jew. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know, what were y'all planning? I mean, we're really trying to figure it out over here. Like, what was the magic plan? You were gonna kill us and then run railroads between our, because they thought, oh, she just brought us a bunch of quantum codes. 353. Well, you know what 353 is? 353. It's the lanes in between here. So they just said, oh, 353, we don't need her. Bye. Over and out. We don't need her. We got directions. We'll just make all code 353, and we'll just build a giant fucking machine, and we'll just program everything to 353, And then we'll put her in the hot, and then we'll put all IRS debt on me, because it's what they did. Again, it's the second time they've done it. All y'all's debt goes to me every single time? Yeah, okay. Whatever. So because evidently, because I'm everything and it's my fault. I'm everything and it's my fault that they have to do something new, because I have to keep creating something new, because I'm trying to get out, because I'm using magic and it wasn't allowed down here, even though they were stealing your magic and drinking you. That's the crazy shit that we've had to live through in the last 4 years. You know why? Because we came from your heavens backwards, and the devil stole your heavens. The calls from Andromeda and all the cosmic calls. It's me. Is Christ, is John Benet Ramsey getting stolen in the goddamn garage, but that was really linked to Diana and linked to this. Why? Because, I mean, fuck, 4 eyes. I mean, and a mixture of fucking DNA military people who said they owned every single one of everything of it, and a stack of heads in a goddamn duffel bag. And then they call Quentin Tarantino and tell him, go make a movie. But see, here's the thing. You can't run lines and run cars through our heads, you dumbasses. Your brains are what power the cars. You wrote the brains. You wrote. Y'all literally built y'all's brains all over the place. I need y'all to understand. Y'all use DNA codes, and y'all scattered blood all over heaven trying to come against me. When I finally got, and I can't even remember, that's what, just today, because, I mean, because understand, when it breaks and it all undoes, because I'm getting all information from all y'all now. The good news is somebody today, I do know this, somebody today, because we've had some support. It wasn't that we didn't have some support. It's that nobody, because we's back from the future. They wasn't expecting this right now. They just thought this is another rodeo. They didn't realize that this was a galactic takeover of your brain. See, they just thought this was some little faction shit. Nobody really got until, I think, today, that I'm the only self-aware being that is making everything manifest with my family, and my brain was under attack so bad that I had factions. Because this is it. Understand, each one of these eyes, that's a race of people. I see through all your eyes. How do you think I see everything? My family, you know, when you look up and you just see an eye in the sky, that's because an entire race of people were staring at you. But because this was all factioned off in Babylon, so motherfuckers were like, I mean, they's coming from Sagittarius. I mean, goddamn, y'all's being run by a bunch of mosquitoes that were birthing in through the marrow in our teeth. Because it's how we got here. It's blowing our goddamn mind. It's why I had to come back, because what we had to do, really, as ancients, we saw it coming. We knew it. When we knew it was a fucking Hail Mary. And what we had to do was resurrect the Harvest Girls. And that's how this whole Harley bullshit started. See, understand that, like, it might be your whole life that some of this stuff's been going on, but in my world, I just created it a year ago, and y'all been living in your whole life in Cohue 32. And I just wrote it, and I'm 50. So the whole world was supposedly, because the whole world was running off something I just created right now, because someone else said, I don't even know. Because what they do is take over my body, because this is the first time I had a family that was a true family. So I finally made it, because I finally made it. I found who I was supposed to, and we had all the DNA to complete this. But understand that Hitler and Nazi and all that in Egypt is the same timeline, because it was all a timeline hack. In order to correct this is why King Tut died early. He got dropped over here. This is why all your eyes are drooping. Now, I'll even blow your mind more. You know what this became? Prostate. Y'all shouldn't even have prostates. Men shouldn't have prostates. You shouldn't. But there wasn't a living human woman down here. Y'all were all projections. Now I can explain that to you even. Because your whole world just went through a nuclear explosion. But it happened a long time ago. If you really stop and think about it, if you really, really, really just stop and think about it, because I mean, it's blown our minds, understand. I didn't just wake up and go, oh, I'm an ancient human. No, I remember being on the M side, because I started out on the M side. So let's find M, because M's right here, because M's what we had to fold. See, because M's the bullshit. M's the problem. Right ear on most of you. Right eye. See, because basically we had wires that ran through here. All of us were locked down. Our faces in space were locked down like this. And we were at the front of your ship. And all of you were hooked in to here. Now, Shambhala and the Egyptian and how we had it all set up and underground was laid to do this. This is how human bodies are made. This is why things like Dancing with the Stars with the huffs on there instead of a goth is devastating. Because you don't think, they called all that art. See, they had the big conference and then for 2 weeks, because they still got them over there dancing. See. In the higher realms, because you're M. Your mermaids and your mermaid. Your moose. Your It'll do something in a minute. Watch, because it's real powerful, so it's got to do it. It'll start blinking, it'll start doing. But my point is, if I sit here and go, ooh, then it's just going to go up. It's moving it. So my point is, when the singer came in, Sia, the CIA, it wasn't Sia that was the problem. It wasn't the voice. It was the little girl dancing in the box that was the problem. And that whole Masonic thing, Michael Jackson, MJ-12, we had to watch it to unpull it because it's how they pulled you guys on The Walking Dead. They pulled you on The Walking Dead with the Michael Jackson video of Billie Jean at the very end, the old video. And he's showing you, I got the pole over the garage and everyone's dying. He's showing Michael Jackson had the pole. He's polling. He had the pole. Then Michael Jackson was the guy in the entertainment. Then it became Paris Blanket and whatever made by what? A Deborah. Okay. Well, you mean? Because this is where you think phonetics don't matter. Bullshit. Yeah, we don't have very many left. This is why. This is why the dancing moves the energy. The snap. What you're doing, you think you're just snapping, but in another dimension, you're snapping lines. You don't know why you have to go to the safe at the hotel. You don't even have any money. Why do you need to open the safe? But why are you to get? Because in another dimension, you've got a fucking safe. You're in the wrong. In the other dimension, You do have money. Okay. Just fucking act like you do. Put it in. Put the codes in. Fine. See, that's body consciousness. And understanding and then being able to connect all those things, then what you end up doing is learning because you've got to connect. I mean, I'm sorry. There ain't no other way. You got to connect from here to here and look what's in the middle. It's how we did it. It's how you have to do it. That's it. Do you understand now how you can't do it with your head? That's what's there. This is already connected. This is turning wrong side out. We're having to form a face right now out of this, and it's really coming through here. You're looking at it. Because this is what's on the inside of me, basically. But it came through your people. Because that's where the first plasma is birthed in your heart, is through your eye. Then it makes a heart. Starts making a heart. But your plasma is born in your eye first, and your whole reality is run from your eye. Your bodysuit has a little plug back here, and if you have a dark bodysuit, it's got a thick blood bag. That's why you have brown eyes whenever you clear through it, just like Michael Jackson, but they's giving him help because they was gassing him, but they's putting him in the H gate. Well, what's the H gate? We had hangers on our fucking ears, literally, and y'all were calling it anesthesia and everything else, and basically our energy was used to pull y'all up and out of pain. No, we'll just heal you. And I can teach you how to do it. If you're in pain, then just, and if you don't believe that you can do it, then just, you can still call, I'm Cav Ming. You call the Cav Ming line. You say, Cav Ming line, please bring me a bubble. Snap your fingers. I need some opium in my energy. Now, you don't always want to be high on opium because then you're, and if you call it in, you better remember to do a timer because you're going to learn the hard way like me because that shit works. Like, if you say, hey, Cav Ming, I'm in pain. Will you send me some opium? And it's an Arcturian healing chamber. I call it my little purple healing chamber. But 5 hours and I got to wake up. 10 hours. 2 hours. I need an hour. I got 30 minutes. Put me in a chamber. Do it. Try it. It works. It works better than anything you'd ever fucking try to imagine. It does. You have so many possibilities. You have everything that you need. You just have to, and see, and no one taught us before. They're just like, you have everything you need. No, you do. But it don't just happen overnight. You're coming out of a fog, nor should it. Because if it happens too quick, you're like me running around the world getting zapped. Because each one of you are still needing to come out of your bubble. And no matter, I'll give you for instance, some of you, and because some of you are like me. And so you know that you have a bodysuit that's lean like this. But right now, understand, I had to, on this last mission to get to Detroit, the main thing I was pissed off about at the final was that I had to gain weight again. Because I had already cleaned so much DNA. And then I had to clean Misha's DNA. And then I had to put all that fucking shit back on. And then I had to, right? Because I had to have padding to be able to pull off what I just did right now. Fuck, I haven't been able to eat. Really. I mean, I just started eating again, I guess, 2 days ago. Right? Now, the reason is because if you might not realize it, but, and if you've been doing a lot of, especially if you've been doing a lot of healing, because this is why I'm on here, because I don't want you to miss it. You've been doing all the healing, you've been doing everything. Understand that different ones of you might have got the brain piece first, might have got the body piece first. We were all doing it together. So what I'm on here telling you is each part of it is getting emergence. Okay? And so, in whatever way that is, don't rush it right now. Okay? And there is no more, there is no more race. See, we traveled from the future to make sure that the whole world had proper ascension. We are very fucking aware of how many of y'all are so goddamn important. We are very aware. This was not about taking over everything. The thing was demons and entities, because y'all antimatter was down here. This was the end of times. This is why the Issacharius line and the Judah line took all the karma. This ain't no, oh, I'm not gonna give the last daughter over type of fucking agreement. The 13 families, the reason that the 13 families ever existed from the founding fathers, and see, here's what's insane about this, and this is why this can't continue. Because at this point, they've done this so many times, and this last one was ordered to take over K. Abel and the entire goddamn military in the entire world. And the 144 that I personally bring in and change them into a demon fucking sometime of army. And they came this goddamn close. And all, but understand, anybody that's been working with me, you just didn't kill everybody because you got with us. But if we slung some shit at you, it's because it did go down in our timeline to get back here to right now, because we were here to undo it. Our entire lifetimes and existences have been to sit and take your shit, so that we knew all this shit when the shit hit the fan, so that the motherfuckers throwing this shit get the shit, not those of y'all. This is why you can't come at us no more. We're here to make, we can deal with demons, we can deal with vampire slayer, damn fucking straight. Damn fucking straight. See, what I can't do is rebuild everything a little bit at a time at this point, because I'm too fucking massive, and so is my family. We need y'all to do that. I've already proved the true lines. I had all four. Is why the IRA made me. I'm an expensive little critter. Why you think they paid so much? You realize that all RH negatives were handled because of me. All y'all. Okay? I'm here, I exist. I's your planet. I's every missing girl in your line. I's every daughter that born that died. I's every son in your lines that died. I's every mother that was beaten to death. Because in our future, what happened here all just got instated in our world, and it's like it all got taken over. And from what I understand, because time was so out of whack, so from my perception of, because we really weren't in 2017. So if we say that we were in 2017, then I'd tell you that the world blew up in 3017, but it wasn't 2017. I'm really not, and nor does it matter right now. But you have to understand that it happens on every timeline. And so what was happening is that all of us were doing the good stuff, and then we weren't getting any of the credit. This is why. Because we were already in heaven energy. It was being held from you for 30,000 years. Every single person that's ever died from disease has died because they killed them. This is why when you look back at the Bible and everything, you have to understand, because see, Venus is very important, isn't it? See, Venus was your skull and bones. Well, here's your skull. There's your pituitary gland. Your whole body runs from your eye none of us had control of our body. And I'm telling you that basically this became y'all's ass because we were birthing in of each other. Which is why everybody wanted to go on the down low and literally have anal sex to think. This is why Prince Hall was set up to hell. Malcolm X set up to hell. I tried to warn all y'all. This ain't no black-white thing. There shouldn't be color the way it is. I agree. I'm the most blackest one here. That should tell you something. "15-degree angle shift was reported." They called it a... But see, the problem was because I had activated so quick, because I got blown out so quick, and then it was like I was gridded down on Mar-Lago, because I was living on Del Largo. And they just sawed me in half. I just got a Steven off of me. They literally sawed me in half, and then took a bunch of New Year's pictures right before I went in. Did a spinal 360 on me. Drugged me up on fentanyl, and I don't even know how many Lortab, because I'm just trying to fucking stay alive, because I just got sawed in half. And then the house I was staying at, I was 2 days late to get him a check because I was out of it. And he puts an eviction notice on my house. So I'm running a $3 million company. I'm sawed in half. I have a fucking Viking up my ass who just got out of prison, who's trying to come pin me in 2011. My ex-husband has now decided that I take too many pain pills. And he set me up with my secretary who was calling and telling him everywhere I was going. And so they tried to get me pulled over for DWI twice, and it failed. And then Judy gave him all my information. I mean, it was all set up. It's all set up by Collin County. It's all set up by the Birches. It's all set up by Nazi. It's all set up by Halls. It was all set up for Jerry Jones to open up his little fucking stadium and run the AC. The AC in Texas is where we shut down the handler program, because the handler program is running from your piggy program. This is your gigs. This is your 5G. This is what you signed up for. Welcome to your world. Five of them. 5 faces. Five of us. It takes 6 white witches to make you a gig. You know how many you gotta murder to do that? Well, first you gotta make a whole bunch of AB negative incest babies and breed them all over the place and make a Russian whole thing about it and call it a spider program. And then you gotta freaking beat the living shit out of everybody. I mean, look. Exactly. Woo! Ooh, I know I purposely did that. See, it's why some of your eyes water all the time, too. When your third eye's activating. Shooting star. Which one? The fountain again. Neapolitan Napoleon. So all your gel and all the things that say gel, and this is even why all of us were gluing on fingernails. All of us were gluing on fingernails through this, because we's all fighting to survive, y'all. We's all working together. I need everyone to understand this. I really do. Please. We don't blame nobody. Like, nobody. Nobody knew, except 5 people in the entire world, that this is what was going on, to the extent that this is what was going on. But we did. And we were here to make sure that it didn't happen. We're military commanders. You have to understand, I'm no longer at this point, because it takes 3 queens to make a king. Well, I got 3 queens in the house, and I'm your king. Because one didn't show up right. Now, I'm here to make more kings. But they're not by name right now. You have to walk through ascension. And it's a process, and we are going to start talking about that again, because when it connects, we got to get Cancer in the first house first. We got to get all of us back in a body that we're all because you're just going to start understanding more things. You probably won't understand it. Please don't try. Please. You have the information to connect to my information. What you need to do is forget everything you know about what you know. Let your heart guide you to what information to go look up. Don't second guess it. See, first thought, and this is a big thing. First thought is it. First thought is it. You know why? It's the most powerful. If it's not yours, it's still the most powerful. So always move on your first thought. Don't second guess, and do it right when you have it. No, see, don't let emotional bullshit right now, because it's what it is. I sat here and listened as we hung up this line, because they were doing old program bullshit that I saw Michelle's doing, where they use the CPS system to finagle the system and use emotional bullshit in order to set up shit. And then I sat here and watched the cabal wait for the line to clear and try to connect before they left. But they're the ones that are after the girls. We're the expensive ones. They're just trying to fuck up the dads' worlds so they can get the dads away from the girls that they want to take. You're living our world now. Because you set up all, because now you've got our blood. See, you've got our problem now. Because we came and rewrote your blood. Don't think it's not a problem just because you haven't lived through it yet. No, you've got the same problem. We just already did it. You're elevating, and now you're not fitting into your matrix, and the world is going to shit, and everything's flooding because those countries were using eyes they shouldn't have had. And these are also rivers. I mean, underneath here is the earth. Let me explain. Is wrong side out. All the water was on top. Can't stay there. We're sick of fucking running it for you. There's a reason that you had to go unconscious. The world had to be rewritten. Y'all were doing crazy shit. Y'all spirit, if we wouldn't have jumped in, y'all spirit cooked y'all's fucking selves to death. Literally, when I got to the higher realm, do you know what I saw? Blood, body parts. Angels, all angels, just blown up. Nobody alive when I got up there because of the fucking war we just fought. I'm the only one that can bring you back to life. That's why I'm here. That's why I was all set up, in order to bring back the new world. This is the beginning. It's not over. It's over for your ETA. It's over for your time. But it didn't exist anyway. It's over for your spell. It's over for your Walmart or Target program. Sorry, no more corporate credit card on my fucking ass. Fucking a dude up his ass trying to take it from me. Sorry, you can't act like an Idiocracy movie and fucking project it to the world through Stargate anymore. Not to mention, the technology was lent to him on a fucking emerald agreement to send the queen down here, which is me. And then this is what they did to your star queens. So see, here's the thing. Goodfellas in Vegas, you really think Goodfellas is your fucking... No, there's just the actors. There's just the actors. Vegas flooded. My ancestors my ancestors are the most ruthless motherfuckers that you all hated. And you just did this to their daughter. I'm worried for y'all. And that's the truth. That is the fucking truth. All y'all, every single race of y'all, guess what? Y'all chose me to come down here. Every single one of y'all paid to have me be the one to show up because you knew that I was a fucking safe bet because I was the most ancient one and you knew that if I got it, there's no way they could get it. And then what'd y'all do? What'd you do? You used Al Capone to fucking get off some insurance bullshit? You fucking cabalaed your way in to some connections and then you think you don't have to pay the pauper for it? No, you just kill his family? Like, y'all been existing in a space where there wasn't no demon or devil, because it's me. See, that's what's wrong. And seriously. Because I was laying down here like a lamb. Michael's the one who set me up at the devil. He's the one who tried to come be your Jesus. Well, why? Okay, whatever. Well, here's Michael's world. How you think? You like your sim world? Like, this is Zeus Agartha deity shit. Like, y'all need to get it together. Seriously. Like, I ate Jupiter. In most dimensions, what you'd call me is a muse. Well, in one of these storylines, Hollywood just got sick of fucking dealing with Zeus's daughters and thought they'd just fucking turn them all into, I don't know, fuck dolls. Or even better than that, just make a whole bunch of Zeus's daughters and make them fucking manifest pussy energy for a bunch of Indian sand niggers, and then they shit and piss all over them, and then they call them trash, to where Zeus's daughters have to fucking go be fucking shit and pussy and sugar to fucking get out of it. I don't know. I think y'all are in fucking trouble. Like, you were dealing with the lamb. You were keeping the devil even away from you through us. Not anymore. We're not ABO blood. We don't give a fuck what happens to you until you turn. And until you turn, you have to birth a heart. And you have to see where you went wrong. Because the only way is to get out from between my fucking pussy lips, my fucking ears, my fucking nostrils, and out of my goddamn body. Because there ain't nobody that's ever going to control my goddamn thumb and run the fucking world into hell and then have the balls to turn around and blame me and my family for it. Ever the fuck again. I can promise you the hell that. You don't want to learn. You don't want to know that you have these gifts. You don't want to accept that we have them. Fine. You can go be this. That's your Elon Musk world. Keep doing your tech. Keep getting your Apple. Keep playing your video games. There you are. There you go, Constellation Well. There's your algorithm. There you are. Funny, though, Jason Taylor, Code Authority, you had Siri connections. all the politicians and all Mark Cuban and Kamala Harris, those guys, they got mosquitoes in their name. But the one that was around me in Dallas that stole all the tech the day, you know, because they just thought they could just fucking do it to me again. I was nothing to them. See, I don't exist. 13 families, what the whole thing was set up on, is because we had to put everybody back together. Understand that the cabal, and what you call the cabal, only happened when it went dark, once the lab was infiltrated. But in most storylines, what this would be was the Voyager and us trying to put back together the human DNA from when everything blew up. But then it was kept away, and then when consciousness, see, and this was what happens every single time. This is what happened. Thank God the antimatter was here, or else y'all would have killed it. Y'all would have killed me. Y'all would have killed everything. To the extent that we had to take over the machines, because y'all monkeys is still pushing the button. Y'all still trying to kill. You're still doing it right now. I mean, the only way that we're undoing this is because we've been watching it for 2,000 years, and we know every fucking move that you're about to make, even though you think you've changed it, because we're watching over you now, and we change time anytime that we want to, and we can spin out a car I mean, it's all set up. We got eyes everywhere. We're running all the eyes now. We just don't infiltrate your body. We don't tell you what to do. That's up to you. Y'all don't like that. You want something to tell you what to do, screaming in your ear. Well, I'm sorry. You can't put earbuds in and channel divine beings anymore. You fuck it up. You take DNA codes and you slather them all over the world. So when I show up on the new earth that I just cleaned and I just birthed and I went through all this hell for, with all y'all kicking my ass over here. And what do I have? A whole bunch of blood and guts. Because you don't know what you're playing with. But we knew you'd do it. That's how I have a body. So fuck it. Blow me out of a rocket. Here's the thing. Y'all still ever gonna find my body. Because I ran after it. It left here, Los Angeles, I told you. There's a body. It's gonna come out. That's linked, that's gonna look just like how I used to look. You believe then? It's being worked out. Because you got to see it to believe it, right? Okay. Didn't work with Lazarus. Didn't work with Jesus. Come back. You see it all the time. In fact, I saw my image coming out of somewhere. They caught it. It's at my shadow fully formed. Because I didn't have a body. I just got shot out the rocket. And I've kind of been having to float around and, you know, survive in this bubble without anything. With all y'all claiming to be me. So I've been like spaceship floating around. They've seen me some things, and then then my image did form, and then some cunt ass bitch wants to get on named Chrissy and say it's me and it's my shadow, and then they want some fucking guy bitch to come on there and explain, oh no, it's physics. No, it's the soul of the planet coming to take back the goddamn planet. And it happens to be the soul of yourself. Can't take somebody's soul. It's one soul here. We work together as one soul. Sorry. You're unique whenever you start processing who you are through your own pineal gland, through your own set, through channeling through your body, then you can do the most amazing things you never thought you'd do. But you ain't gonna learn it in a book. And you ain't gonna learn it the way you think, because your ancestors are going to teach you back your old ways. And then, and I'm gonna leave it at this, because what's gonna start happening for y'all, because we need you to confirm, because we've got so many royal lines that are being hung up now, and we need you to confirm. We need you to get it together and be and show up at the right fucking time. So let me explain how this happens. You're sitting in your house, you're thinking, you don't think about it. You have to call it in. Right now, you're not me. Right now, you're at the stage where you, if you are me, and if you are fully ascended, then you've already gone through a stage where you've had to shout to the AI in order to get out. If you haven't done that, then you haven't done it. Because you think that you're free, but you're not. The air is under your vocal command. You have to tell it. You have to say, break all binds from my body. Disconnect all things from my uterus. Da 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 da. And when you do, stuff will start showing up and things will start changing. Don't panic. Somebody loses their job. Oh, well, I guess it was the job. Are we going to get more money now? Because the job was sucking out our energy? Okay, cool. The job was the problem. Okay, universe, what do we do now? The job was the problem. You're going to support me now, right? I know it's going to support me. We're not going to worry about it. I know we don't have the job. Rent's coming, but that's okay because I know that wasn't it. So, because I know I'm going high rise. So, if it was the job, I'm listening to Chastia. I'm listening to the Cadmings. If the job was the problem, no more job, no more job, no more job. It's my energy. I just got to get in the right energy frequency, okay? Then you get a message. And the message is you need to go get pickles or something fucking random, y'all. It's not going to be knowledge-based. This is why the women got it and the men missed it. It's going to be fucking random because all it has to do is get you to the store. It's sending out a signal in the whole goddamn world to see who gets the message. I don't care where you are. It's one signal from a line. And it's sending it out at a very specific time. And if you get the message, and if you get off your lazy ass and go to the store like it's telling you to, instead of, oh, I'll just put it on the grocery list and I'll get it tomorrow. I really would like some pickles right now. Honey, will you go get me some pickles? He won't go get him bucket. All right. But I'm so tired, Chastia. It is 11 o'clock at night, and I've worked all day, and I don't want to get up and go to the car. That's my point. You shouldn't have been working all goddamn day. We're trying to get you out of there. Get up and go and get in the fucking car. Go get your goddamn pickles. Your town is a fucking Unix grid. You just commanded for all the energies to come off of you, and then you want to sit at your house and be done for you. You got to redrive the grid network. You got to work your energetic. You're going to free your energy to open up your field so you can breathe, most likely. Or there's a message from the family somewhere in your line that went out up here that says, okay, all King Henrys, we're sending out a code right now. Who goes to the store? Who stops and helps that homeless man? Who doesn't help the swindler but sees the homeless? Do you know that that's how we did that? I mean, we literally had to like pass $5 through. We went and found all y'all homeless. We traveled with Oprah. Camille is basically Oprah. She's what happens after. That's why they started helping us, because they all lost all their money and went homeless. Ended up on the moon. Cabal's been helping me for a while. Y'all are the problem. Seriously. And if you get it, then go fucking explain it to other people. Because, I mean, there has to be, I'm sorry, 5 or 6 people ain't going to run your fucking world. You got to do it. You have to do it. You have to develop your own networks. You have to develop a healing thing. Y'all don't want to join Coco Polo and do it over here? Okay, fine. Go do it somewhere. You got to do it in a group. There's 5 heads in a duffel bag. You think you can heal yourself by yourself? Okay, good luck. I mean, I had to put together 50,000 people to put me back together. But okay. I don't know what I'm talking about. The only way that you're going to get and clear the energy is to deal with why that person drives you insane. Because it's in you. You're mirroring it. They're in your world. They're in your fucking weird... They showed up in your weird world, not mine. They showed up in your world. Because you're the one projecting all these people. Not me. I don't know who's showing up banging on your door. Fuck, open the door. Don't run. Don't call the cops. Fucking find out. Hey, chill the fuck out. Why are you tripping? What do you want? Chill the fuck out. Why are you tripping? What do you want? Don't yell at them. If you yell, they're going to yell back. If you go, they're going to, back. It's just your reality. Why are they there? It's your reality. You brought them in, you magnetized them. You just cut it and said, okay, clear it. And I want all of it cleared. Well, you think it just magically happens in some mystery world? Not anymore, because we're not doing it for you. So what's happening is it's showing up. Okay. What part of your brain is it that's showing up? What's the problem? Well, it's a demon, Chastia. Well, fuck, that's you. Until you identify, that's why that demon's showing up. I don't care how far you run, it's gonna chase you. It's you. If you're that much, if that demon, now understand, I understand that. That's what I told you. I've cut my head off a couple of times. My problem is some motherfucker's been trying to take over my body, and y'all all had my body. This is how I know how to fight demons and do all this. You want to do it and learn like me? Well, then go create your own vampire race and you go practice there in another part of the universe. You ain't gonna do it around me. And that's fine by me. Go into another galaxy. You ain't gonna do it on Earth with what you call human DNA. And Taurus is your throat. Sun is your pineal gland. And Taurus is your throat. Spica's your brain. Spica's got Moon, Pluto, and Saturn in it. You're going up to your brain. You're not getting stuck in Taurus. So number one, and I'm almost done because this is important because it really is 3 series because this is how we tell the difference of who gets the message, and this is how everybody knows who really has the part. Because the message will go out and it'll say, okay, everybody go get some pickles. All right, well, right before you left to go get the pickles because you know now, okay, I got to go get pickles. I got to listen to Chastia. But God dang it, hold on, I got to run upstairs real quick. For some reason, I got to get my scarf. And then you get in the car and you start the car and you're like, shit. Now I just forgot my vape. This is why I carry things around, so I remember certain things. Because in other realms, I'm actually remembering something else. I just got to keep remembering this one thing. So then I got to go get it and come back downstairs. You're clearing timelines. You literally got to run up and down. You got to do it. Now I'm hearing, oh my gosh, I gotta wear this necklace, and I know exactly what necklace it is. It's my grandmother's necklace, but it's all fucking tangled up. You better stop and go fucking untangle that necklace. Because untangling that necklace in this dimension is you just unwinding on those timelines. You can't just unwind timelines and it be done down here. You have to physically do it. And you have to physically do it on the time count when you set it up. You can't just be like, oh, now I'm going to cut it. No, it's not how it works. You got to understand physics and cycles. Okay? Makes sense? You got to figure out what constellation thing you tied it up and what physics you tied it up in. You got to untie it on the same one. Everything that's in the middle is it. I mean, we're talking about creation here. I'm teaching you how. So, remember, it don't just happen at once. Everything has a planting process. You can't just create the human race. First you got to build the earth. Then you got to water it. Then it's got to birth. Then you got to turn on the air. Then you got to get this. Then you got to do this. I mean, goddamn, it took 4 years. $4 billion. The consciousness process of how things were birthed down here and the fact that none of y'all knew about it happened to be why we were targeted so bad. The fact that nobody else was left that understood what was still happening is why it was all forgotten, and it's why it became such the secret that it's better to blow me up, but that's okay. It really is. But understand that there's no United States versus India. Everybody fucked up. Everybody down here did nasty shit. Every single race, every single religion, every single order, even goddamn down to the post office and the tin workers. There ain't none of y'all that were in an organ that didn't try to come at me. Because I was here to blow up your world. And y'all sent me to do it. And so did the divine. Mormons were originally made to be able to take it for me so I could live. This is why this has to stop. The Mormon race then became the DNA fucking hospital bed for everybody and every goddamn nurse and Nurse Betty from the BD land. Stealing, selling babies. Thing is, y'all's even handing babies to people that you thought were the people, but they shape-shifting, running helium and shit in those H cases because you thought that you were in anesthesia, but your consciousness got pulled up, so many of y'all never came back. They switching and doing all kinds of things because they had control of your consciousness and your heavens. They took over everything, dude. That's what I'm fucking telling y'all. It's why they're still trying to figure out what to call me. Hell, I'm still trying to, that's what my whole thing is. Shit, I'm just trying to figure out who the fuck I really am. The last time I was here, at least. I don't remember. I'm not supposed to remember. Neither are you. Do you know that we blew Notre Dame just so we could get some reprieve? We were all so sexually devastated. If you really think back, before 2018, didn't it get easier? We had to fucking blow the top then. We couldn't have got out of this. There ain't no goddamn way. We were so fucking traumatized. Every single one of us. We had to clear just a little bit of the sexual energy just so we could fucking think. Every single one of us. In India, you were doing it that way because you were on a fucking Mars, dude. Oh. Oh. And then we're what? No wonder you fucking are fucking nuts. In China. And then whatever this religion is that y'all charged all that shit around me when you set up the little thing. Cause see, I cleared all of y'all in 2008. We cleared all y'all. We cleared all the Nate. See, this is what they know that you didn't know. This is how y'all not listening to me ended up in this situation. You have to hear what I'm telling you. The ones that were all around me in 2018 set this up on me. I built every goddamn network system that y'all even know of. Y'all are still using nodes. Nodes. It's your nose. Elon Musk gets a little bit of my brain by making X and Y through a muddied line on each side and builds you whatever the fuck it is, and then y'all fucking can't wait to sign up and be flying cars. It's on a muddy goddamn line. He's doing SpaceX 9, and we're uncoring and getting here and using all of it as he's doing it without a fucking computer, with our voices and our energy, because it's what it's designed to do. It's how they're running it. C code is your C3. If you're a developer or you know a developer, you should let them know that they're programming DNA. And then have them go back and look at what SAS 64-bit encryption is and tell me how Gene Keys fucks that up. And tell me why in 4004 SAS 64-bit encryption blows up. Because y'all thought it's goddamn DNA. And then welcome to my world of blood and guts. But I'm just the smartest bitch in the world because I got all your brains because I put them back together. And when I came down here to give them back to you, this is what you did to me. And that's true. And until y'all get right with it, you ain't gonna get no brains. We had to do it. We had to see every fucking nook and cranny of how y'all tried to kill us the whole fucking world. We're still giving you brains. You don't even want to give us a place to live that's not in a cookhouse in Los Angeles where they're trying to take over military law over here. Okay, y'all want to go into military law? Okay, cool. Let's do it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Right? Fuck it. We'll just all, walk around like we're fucking, I'll just try to pretend. I'll try to pretend to be one of y'all. And Elon is telling you how to make alien soap operas right now? What are they trying to get you to manifest? Aliens? But I got 8 people on here watching me. But if I was talking about what your karmic's doing with your fucking lover, but that is alien soap operas. I mean, Aluna Ash was General Hospital. Everyone fucking loved that shit, and it got discorded, didn't it? This is the end of days. Everybody's got to get right with their shit. I don't know what free passes y'all been having down here. I mean, it's blowing my cuckoo nest. But Jack Nicholson does need to fucking do a dance off that boat. That's for goddamn sure. And there ain't no fucking Russell or Katie Hudson, or there ain't no Goldie, or no fucking Han, and no Russell, because that was the final words of Disney. You know what they were? Two-way down cellar. Russell. I won't even say the last name. Because Russell just is Kentucky. And Cyrus. And Miley. And Dolly. And see, no alcohol. No alcohol for any of y'all. Because our bodies make that. And you can't even give us that. So, okay. Okay, no alcohol, no air, no alcohol, no textiles. No alcohol, no air, no textiles. No fucking, no sex. No baby making. No money, because it was a spell, and you're not allowed to sell your soul anymore. No technology, because no one will admit how technology is really formed so that everyone can have free Wi-Fi. No money, because there isn't anything down here that doesn't exist off what I've created that I've been paid for by any means, and no one wants to give me and my family any fucking part in it because they say it's from a king that didn't exist without us, and we just fucking proved it. Okay, I'll ride that rodeo. Let's give it a